Welcome back to the DataPrime Academy course. We have mastered filtering and aggregation on clean structured data, but what about unstructured log meshes? Today we're going to be learning about DataPrime's transformation operators, extract, create, and convert. These operators will turn complex log meshes into clean, analyzable monitoring data. So think of this as learning DataPrime's operational intelligence mining tools. We'll be extracting things like API performance, success rates, error patterns from our hotel demo. Firstly, let's take a look at what those log meshes look like. I'm going to go source logs, last 24 hours. And if we have been listening, we know that we should be setting a limit for this. Let's limit it to 10 logs. Let's take a look. Great. So here we can see in the log record body, we've got some valuable insights here. We've got the front end. We've got the HTTP error, the HTTP type, the actual path. Let's extract some of this data and we can turn this into some operational insights. We're going to use, there's many different types of extract methods with DataPrime. We're going to use Regex in this example. Now, I've made this earlier, but I'll talk through what's going on here. So we have the extract method, pipe extract method. It's in our log record body, as we've seen before. We're creating a new field for this. It's going to be access log. And we're using regex, and we're looking for the method that will extract the method, the actual path, the API path, and the HTTP type, and the status code. And then we're then filtering against that, and we are then choosing those new fields that we have created. So let's have a look. Okay, so we can see now, yes, we have our new access log method, access log path, access log status code, and access log body there from previously. And we now have some operational value from this already. This is good so far, but I want to clean this up. I want to take this a step further. So for this, we're now extracting the log body. We're putting it into request using the same regex that we used before. We're blocking out the null values to keep the data clean. We're then choosing the fields that we want. We want the timestamp. We want the request method, but we're using the as to set that as a new alias. So HTTP method. Request path, we're setting it as API endpoint. Status code, we're going to set that as response code. All right, let's run this. And now we're just getting a much cleaner result. We're seeing the API endpoint, the card, the method, the response code, 200, and the timestamp. Now this is very nice. I'm happy with this. But we can now use the create operator to transform this data into operational, meaningful categories, for example. So thinking about dashboards or reports being printed. For that, we use the create function. Okay, this is one I made earlier for using the create function. It's mostly the same as before, only we have create now, and we now have a new response category that I've created. And this is from case. What do I mean by case? Case is essentially an easy manner of allowing multiple options. So we've got response code starting with 2, that will be success. Response code starting with 3, redirect. 4, client error. 5, server error. And then we're choosing that response code and response category. And let's take a look at what that looks like. So it's very clean. We have our response category success and the response code of 200. Some of them will have response code of 300, redirect. 500, server error. So yes, very happy here. We're extracting some meaningful business insights from our messy logs. Now let's bring this all together to finish. I have a final query here that's breaking 24 hours of HTTP traffic and it's calculating our API success rate. So let's break this down. We have the extract method here, same as before. We're pulling the path, status code from our logs. We're then using the convert function here. Now, essentially, when you're extracting a string from a log message and that you want to convert that to a different data type, use the convert method here. So we're converting the status code log into a type of number. Doesn't affect performance, it's just for type safety. Now, we're using aggregate function here, and we're counting the total requests, and the count is here only the successful requests between the 200 and 300 status codes. And then we're creating a percentage, which will show our API reliability. Let's run that. And here we have our results. We have a 96% success rate on our SLA performance, which is pretty good to me. So we now have a production-ready query, a dashboard that we can use immediately, all from unstructured log message. So our journey here, we have learned to extract operational intelligence from unstructured logs, convert data for reliable calculations, and create business metrics that can drive SLA monitoring. In our next module, we're going to explore enrichment. We're going to use more extract examples, and we're going to use enrichment to make it look better, adding external data like currency rates to enhance our analysis even further.